What's up guys, it's Missy. I am back with another SimCity Buildit video, and I am going to redo the everything you need to know about the VU Tower video to get all the updated information and answer some questions that were not in the first video. The first VU video that I did was like 8 months ago. It was when my channel first was kind of taken off and everything, so I'm going to go ahead and redo it. For those of you who do not know what the VU Tower is, you're gonna after this video. So, the VU Tower is something that you unlock after you reach the population requirement. If I recall, it's 70 or 90,000 population that is the requirement to unlock it. Once you meet those requirements to do so, you will pay coins or whatever to get the VU Tower unlocked. For those of you who do not know what it does, what will happen is you will receive VU items. Okay, now the game's going to start you off with, I believe, enough to launch at least one time. That way you have an idea of what it does. The items will be gloves, batteries, and remotes. If you click on your storage facility, I'll show you what they look like. So right here is the gloves, the batteries, and the remotes. Now, the requirements to launch are going to be different every time. They change up, but the amount is going to be the same, right? So depending on which level VU Tower you have and which disaster you launch. If you have met the requirements to launch at least one of the disasters, you will see a green check mark here on your VU Tower. When you click on this, you'll notice that you have disasters. Now you guys, yours are going to be locked, and you notice how you have stars above the disasters. When you launch the VU Tower, you're going to pick which disaster you want, which the first one you're going to get is the meteor strike. Okay? You're going to pull the VU items over. If you're missing the items that it wants to launch, when you click the items over, it's going to prompt you with a message to buy it with cash. They're 20 cash per one VU item. So if you're missing, let's say, 3 batteries, it's going to say that you need 60 cash. This is an easy way for you guys to pay cash for the items if, let's say, you have an assignment and you've run out of VU. Do not go to the Neo Mall and buy VU items with cash over there. So like, I've heard of people doing the VU items from the Neo Mall, and then they're like, well, I was short on Neo Simoleons, and so I paid like 300 cash for the Neo Simoleons. No, just pay the 20 cash for the VU item over here, okay? Now, I don't recommend doing that unless you absolutely have to, right? So what'll happen is when you click on the disaster that you want to launch, you're going to hold down on the disaster. Now, it's going to tell you that the reward, the VU points, the damage, and the repair cost. The reward is that 3 out of the 4 damage, because there's 4 damage, are going to be keys. So when you do the repair, you'll see a little red hat. 3 out of the 4 of those repairs are going to be keys. 1 out of them will be 500 coins. That's what that means. Now, if you don't have the items to repair the damage, then you can click refresh. It will still give you the key, but it's going to refresh the items required to repair. The damage or the repair cost says medium, easy, hard. What this means is the items that it's asking for in order to repair get more expensive the higher the difficulty. So, for instance, easy and medium are pretty much the same. It's going to ask for stuff like nails, tape measures, hammers, metal, donuts. That's what easy and medium is. Hard is going to ask for things like fire pits, bread rolls, gnomes, the more expensive items. Now, which one is the best bang for your buck, so to speak? It depends on what level VU Tower you have. So each time that you launch the VU Tower, you're going to be awarded VU points. See how it says VU points is 1? There should be a yellow bar at the very top of your screen. Once you've met those VU points. So like, let's say that you need 5 VU points to go to the next level. You're going to launch it. Once you've met the requirement, it's going to say upgrade VU tower for X amount of dollars, coins, whatever. You're going to pay the coins, and then you're going to proceed up to the next level. Then you're going to continue to earn VU points for each and every time you launch. Now, this thing is expensive, okay? To hit the maximum level, it's going to be over 2 million to max this VU tower out eventually. Now, here's the thing. I have it maxed out. Once you max it out, you will get a little statue. It's in the landmarks category, so if you're not level 30, you will not have access to it until you become level 30, but you will unlock it when you hit level 30. He's a little VU man statue here, and he has a 50% pop boost, okay? You get him for free. I mean, you don't have to pay anything extra than the 2 million coins that you spent on the VU tower. Once you have maxed out your VU tower, you stop getting VU points because you've already maxed it out. Now, all of your disasters are going to be at a 3-star upgrade, right? See how all of mine are at 3 stars. So right here, it costs 4 random VU items to launch this one. Okay, so what this means is I get 4 damage for 4 VU items, making 1 VU item basically a key, if you look at it like that. So I get the 3 keys for this disaster, right? Now, if I do this one, it costs me 5 VU items, but I get 3 keys and I have 6 damage. So this one, it doesn't give me as much key per VU item. So I wouldn't really want to do that. Now this one here is 6 VU items, 4 keys, 4 damage, right? So again, it's not giving me as much keys for my VU items. This one here is 7 VU items. It gives me 8 damage, so I have to repair. Half of my repairs are going to give me the 500 coins, and the other half are going to give me keys. Now, some people like launching this one if they have, let's say, a repair 5. This makes it to where they only have to launch 1 time. Now, the thing is, though, is you're spending 7 to launch 1 time versus spending 8 VU items to launch 2 times, but you're going to get 6 keys versus 4 keys, right? So it depends on the person and what you want to do. You also would have 3 more repair zones that you would need to repair before you could launch again, which could be annoying. It really depends on like which assignment you're doing, right? So like if you're doing a key assignment and you are really limited on VU items, you may not want to pick something like this. You may want to pick something even higher. Like for example, this one here is 8 VU items, 5 keys, 7 damage, medium repair cost. This one here, the robot, is 9 items and it's 7 damage, 7 keys, but it's 9 items, right? But here's the thing, the repair damage is hard, so it's going to cost you twice as much to do the repair than it would to do the Meteor Strike 3. Technically, Meteor Strike 3 is the best one that you're going to want to launch. It's quick, easy to repair is what I mean by that. The 3 keys versus the 4 VU items, that's the best that you're going to get. I usually do the Meteor Strike 3. Now, it all depends on what's going on in my game. For example, let's say I haven't earned 5 keys and I don't have any keys in my pass, and I'm really low on VU items. I'm probably going to go with something that I can get it done with in 1 shot, right? Now, there is no way to change the requirements on the items needed. For example, if I launch Meteor Strike 3, and it comes back, once I repair, I'll be able to launch again. Those items that it asks me for, like how it's asking me for 3 batteries and 1 glove, there's no way to refresh the items that it's requesting. It's always random, and you're just stuck with it the way that it is. Now, what you guys will notice, though, is when you click on your VU tower, is one of them will hop, okay? That is saying that that one you have the items for, right? Now, more often than not, you're going to have the items for all of them, but it's telling you that you have the items for whichever one has the most keys, right? Is from what I've noticed with it. So, like, if I didn't have the items for Robot 3, but I had it for, let's say, Lightning Storm 3, it would hop that one. If I didn't have the items for 5 of them, but I had the item for 1, it's going to hop that one. It really, that has no significance. You really shouldn't pick the one that's hopping just because it's hopping. Pick the one that fits your requirement, right? Like whatever you're doing in your game. I recommend doing Meteor Strike 3 more often than not, though. Now, a lot of people ask, why would you want to... how do I put this? Why would you want to launch a disaster on your own city? This VU tower is an extremely valuable asset that a lot of people take for granted. A lot of people do not utilize this feature properly. Now, what this is, okay, is gold keys are pretty easy to obtain in the game. There's a couple ways you obtain gold keys. First off, every single day you're allowed to get gift boxes when you travel to people's cities. One of those gift boxes is going to give you a golden key. Then you have your cargo shipments. Now, at a low level, these are worth doing. You know, you donate a couple items and you get your 1 key. When you start to proceed up in level, those cargo shipments are a ripoff. Okay, so it's like pretty much 10 cash per gold key if you do it through a cargo dock, right? That's a ripoff. Then you get gold keys from the pass, the VU pass, winning war or losing war. Well, you get it from losing war. But again, that's not very many. So the majority of your golden keys are going to come from the VU tower. Now, what are gold keys used for? Well, they're used for a lot of things, actually. If you're a war player, you're going to need quite a few of them to upgrade your war cards. If you are a designer, if you want a really badass city, you're going to be using them for water and for buildings. If you're somebody who wants to do epic projects, which you should be doing, especially if you're following the Missy's Building Guide, you're going to need to have golden keys to buy those epic pointers. So there's a lot of things that you would use the gold keys for. Now, platinum keys are much harder to obtain and should be spent way more wisely. So what you're essentially doing here is you're getting VU items, you're launching attacks on your own city, and then you're repairing the damage to generate golden keys. So you're turning coins into keys is what you're doing essentially. Because you're taking coins or items that you could be selling for coins and you're turning them into keys. People that sell their VU items, it's a waste to sell it. You're better off just launching it. I would never sell VU items. Ever, ever, ever. They're only worth 500 coins per 1 VU item. You're basically saying that a golden key is worth 500 coins to you. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. 500 coins is nothing. So you're better off, instead of selling your VU, you're better off launching it. Okay? Now, golden keys, like I said, they go really, really fast, especially if you plan to do epics, design, or war. Once you guys get a couple of war cards upgraded, those things do not come cheap. Some of them are like in the hundreds, you know, like 200, 300, 400 keys or whatever. If you are wanting to design your city, those gold keys go super fast. Okay, now good thing for you is that launching the VU tower allows you to regenerate those keys, but the platinum keys is a whole nother thing. Okay, the platinum keys you get from ranking up in the contest, which is only 5. Then you get them from winning war, which again is really minimal. Then you get them here and there in your passes. But for the most part, the majority of your guys' platinum keys are going to come from winning the contest of mayors. Now, if you're not getting those gold keys, you're not going to be able to do certain assignments such as epic assignments properly, upgrading your war card assignments. So it's really important that you keep a large stock of keys. Then, you know, if you want to do design, you know, water and things like that, if you want to do water, you have one of two options. You're either going to spend a shit ton of cash or you're going to spend keys. Now, a lot of you guys probably aren't quite at the point where you're designing yet. But when you get there, you will realize how fast those keys go. Okay, so spend them very wisely. Now, you can be a little more frivolous with the gold keys than the platinum keys, but that's because there's a way for you to constantly get them back. But if you are somebody who's been selling your VU items, stop selling the VU items, keep them, launch them, and get your gold keys up. If you're somebody who hasn't been spending your gold keys, then I guess you need to ask yourself, what is it about the game that interests you? You know, what are your city goals? That's where a lot of people have issues, is they really just kind of do whatever, whenever, however. They don't really have any goals. Even if you're somebody who wants a high pop city, okay? Somebody who only cares about high pop, well, gold keys apply to you as well. You're going to need those population boosters in order to have a high pop city, which means you're going to need keys. So again, going back to the VU tower, this is a very important asset in the game, and you should be using it. Now, the question is when to upgrade your VU tower. Only upgrade your VU tower when you can actually afford it. If you're somebody who is constantly broke, then you need to reassess how you're playing your game and only buy things when the requirement, when the reward is better than being broke, right? So like, okay, I need to do the VU tower because it's going to benefit me more. But if it's going to run you completely broke, you don't want to do that either, right? So you want to make sure that you are not putting yourself completely broke. And I'm going to have videos coming out about like when to unlock the airport, when to upgrade shops, you know, that type of stuff. So if you haven't seen anything video-wise like that and you're interested, I will have those videos coming out shortly. And again, you guys, if you hit that like and subscribe button, comment below, and put in a video request, I will do a video. But this is the most updated information that I have for you guys concerning the VU tower. For those of you who have never seen it be launched, I will show you kind of how it works and what goes on. Okay, so let me make sure I don't have an assignment. I do. So here it says launch disaster one time, right? So I come here and I can pick any one I want because I have the items required to do so. Now I'm going to go back here and double check to see how many keys was needed for this one, and it's 4. So because it's 4, I'm going to double check my, okay, so I actually have keys in my past that I can collect, so I'm not going to be worried about that. So I double check, I did start the assignment. I'm going to go ahead, click this, draw this over, and then hit the VU remote. Okay, so right now he's going to launch a disaster on my city. If you don't want to sit here and watch the disaster, what you can do is pull this down and hit the back button and it stops it. Okay, so you don't have to sit there and watch it. Now, it's caused damage in my city, right? So 4 red hats appear. If this is an epic building and you had a token on it, you will be unable to collect that token until you repair the damage on the home. The damage will never go away after, you know, a day or 2 days. If you don't come back for 6 months, the damage is still going to be there. You have to repair the damage before anything. Like, it's not like war when war ends and all of a sudden the damage disappears. The damage is not permanent though. Okay, same with, like, for example, war. If you guys have a assignment here that says repair disaster zones. It's showing a red hat, okay? So repairing a green hat does not complete this challenge. Many people ask me that, okay? So to answer your question, no, you cannot do the green hats for the repairs. Now, what you would want to do is you would want to click and see what is required. So metal, eco bags, tape, wood, you know, all the basic type stuff, which is pretty easy to get. Usually you guys are going to get requests for nails quite a bit in the easy or medium repairs. You can pretty much guarantee it's going to ask you for tape, hammers, nails, shovels, donuts, things like that for the medium and easy. I don't notice any difference in the medium versus easy repairs, but I do notice a huge difference in the medium versus large repairs. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded, and I will get that other video done for you guys. So go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button, but that pretty much concludes it. Once you do the repair, you'll have, you know, your keys or whatever, and then you can launch your VU tower again immediately after, but you cannot launch it until you've repaired all the disaster zones. I know the next question you guys are going to ask me is, how do I get VU items? Okay, VU items are just like storage items. They cannot be produced, but they can be bought with cash, and you can get them from Opinion Bubbles. Check Daniel City once a day to see if they're there. You can check the Neo Mall, which I don't recommend buying them from there. And you get them from like the Mayor's Pass and things like that. Gift Bubbles, trading group members. There's no way, it's not like the airport, for example, where you can just do airport deliveries. But the fact that you can pay cash for them, it makes a huge difference. So if you are in a situation where you're stuck on an assignment, you can pay the cash. All you have to do is go to the VU tower and click, you know, if it says that you need 2 batteries, just click that button and it will prompt you with the pay cash screen, which it's going to ask you for, like I said, $20 per VU item. So if you need 4 batteries, it's going to be 80 cash. I do not recommend spending cash on VU items unless you absolutely have to. But sometimes there's no way for you to know, you know, what VU items are going to be required prior to launching. Like if you have a launch 3 assignment, right? And you're limited on VU items, there's no way for you to know which ones you're going to be needing. That's why it's good to keep a pretty decent stock of VU items. Alright, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded, and then I will get the next video done.